Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Radiant Light. I'm Reverend Cherie Ruffo, and we are going to be having our 12th power ceremony this morning. It's Sunday, January 21st. This is our last ceremony of the holiday season, and we're so excited to have you all here, and so grateful for each of the members who have signed up to read to read and activate these 12 powers. The 12 powers is the 12 creative powers. People always ask, what does that really mean? So we're activating a power. And the thing that when the Fillmore, especially Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, really believed, is that we have, and what we believe too, is the Christ essence is within us. So when we talk about the five Unity principles, and we look at the first two, the first one is God is good everywhere present. And it can't be anything but good. But then in the second Unity principle, it talks about, yes, that energy is everywhere presence in every one of us. We have that divinity within us, that spark of God within us that, makes us different from, every other being on the planet. Now, I'm not saying that the spark of divinity isn't in every animal, any piece of dirt, but inside of us, there's this power that we have. And it can help guide our lives. It's once we understand that it's not that we have to have it come into our lives, because it's already there. It's waiting for this activation. So the congregants at Unity Radiant Light, who are here on a regular basis, have selected the power that they'd like to focus on this year. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to focus on all 12 powers. In fact, in the summer, our summer series this year is going to be the 12 powers. So we can delve deeply into each one and really work with these activations. So as we open this year with the 12 powers, we're excited to see what happens and unfolds in each of your lives. So we have inside of us these creative powers, these powers that are waiting for us to activate, to acknowledge, say, yeah, I want to work with this. And they have a divine nature, these powers. And that's what I love about them. So I focus on, that's why the books that I'm writing, and the book I've written is about the 12 powers, because of the significance of this, what this can do, how this can help our lives. And we know that these powers are faith and strength and love, wisdom and judgment go together. And the power of power and imagination and will and understanding. And we have order and release and life. And I don't have them in order this morning. We're going to be doing some release around some of these. Maybe when we talk about the release work that we're going to be doing with this, is what we're doing is releasing the thoughts that are limiting to us. So when we light the candle and we read the script for each power, and even if you're at home watching this on YouTube later, feel this happens it doesn't happen in linear time. This is happening in the present time. So feel that activation happening within you as each person takes it through. And then we're going to conclude with a 12 power meditation. So this is where we really work with our soul growth. We're really working, we're activating and we're acknowledging that divine presence within us, because that is the foundation for this ceremony. It's foundation for working with the 12 powers. Charles Fillmore was strongly influenced by the transcendental movement that was happening in the 1800s. When he, it was 1889 when Unity was founded. And so we can see that in this, but we can also see the East meets West. So the recognition of the divine within. So he took that with all the things he learned about all of the other faith systems in the world, and he really knew them. I mean, if people that were in conversation with him and wrote books later and still talk about today, is how much he studied all of these different faith systems. And they boil down, when we get down to everything, to this divinity within us, to this belief. So when we say, becoming the best Christ we can be. We know that Christ was not Jesus' last name. He was Jesus the Christ, because he was able to activate all of these powers and reach that level that we strive to get to. And so as we do the ceremony this morning, we activate that power, but we activate all the powers within us so we can be the best Christ we can be. Christ perfection that we've come here to learn and activate it in our lives. And we know that we are all one. So when we activate it in our lives, all the people, excuse me, around us feel it, but we uplift the world at the same time because we're activating that power in the world. So it seems simple. It is simple, but so important and so needed in the world right now. Excuse me. So with that in mind, we're going to get ready to activate these powers. Each person that selected a power will be reading a reading. I chose these readings from the Advent book because they had the 12 powers at the end. I thought they were so beautifully written. We'll be acknowledging the person, the author of each power, and just celebrating. So have fun, you guys. Enjoy this wonderful, wonderful ceremony. With that, I'm going to move this into place so we can have we'll see the candles. I'd like to thank Dan this morning for helping us with the candle lighting ceremony. So our beginning affirmation as we enter this 12 power ceremony this morning is there is one presence and one power in the universe, God, the good, and I am one with that. It as the light of God is me. We just feel that within us. And now Candida will be opening with the power of faith.
Thank you so much, Reverend Cherie. The power of faith. The color is midnight blue. Every journey we embark upon relies on the power of faith. We have a destination in mind, but we never know what obstacles we may need to overcome. Calling on our inner power of faith helps us overcome obstacles. What a feeling it must have been for the Magi to arrive, pay homage to the child, and deliver their gifts. After having been warned in a dream not to return to King Herod, they continued using their power of faith by choosing instead to go home by another road. Let us always rely on our power of faith. How are we choosing to apply this power on our life journey today? In our affirmation from Scripture, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. From Hebrews 11:1, written by Reverend Bill Englehart. And the affirmation is, I invoke the power of faith on my life journey. Amen.
Thank you so much. Jean Marie will be reading the power of strength this morning.
Okay. We have just completed the holiday season, which can bring up a whirlwind of emotion. Holiday gatherings may be clouded by difficulties in relationships, changes to my health or that of a loved one, or the loss of a family member. As I sift through this haze, I begin to wonder how I made it through the holiday season. Just as I consider surrendering to the emotional maelstrom, I pause to remember my divine worth. I begin to embrace the stress of uncertainty with a sense of peace. I focus on all the times I have persisted through challenges and come through better and stronger. I lean into my innate resilience and resourcefulness to create new, delightful memories. Today, I choose to fill this holiday week with joy and rely on my innate source of strength to make it so. Those of steadfast mind you keep in peace because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3, written by Reverend David B. Adams. And the affirmation is, Divine strength brings peace to my holidays and every day.
Thank you, Jean Marie. And Joe will now be reading The Power of Wisdom and Judgment.
The power of wisdom and judgment. The color is yellow. We don't know our end dates, but what if we did? Would we make different choices? If you knew you only had until the next year, the next week, or even until tomorrow, it is likely your choices would shift. You might be more inclined to make choices not out of worry, but out of love, using wisdom, following your guidance. What if you choose to live this way now, rather than waiting until the final days? Wisdom is available to all of us, not just those with advanced degrees or accumulated years of life experience. Spiritual wisdom arises from within and is not found in a textbook. Use the power of wisdom to discern your choices throughout this day. If you were to look back on your life from your end date, which choices would you most lovingly for yourself, your family, and the world today? And when you turn to the right and when you turn to the left, your ear shall hear a word behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Isaiah 30:21. And this was written by Reverend Jean Marie Eck. And the affirmation today for wisdom and judgment is, I choose to act from the power of wisdom within me. So it is.
Yeah. And Dan will now be reading The Power of Love.
As we begin 2024 and look back at 2023, the memories you created may be good or bad. Many of us tend to focus on things that didn't go well, whether conflicts or failures, actions not taken, or conversation avoided. What if instead we focused on the connections that occurred throughout the year? Think of a time when love was demonstrated in your life. In 12 Hours, Charles Fillmore said, "Love is the pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family." Perhaps love was like a thread woven through the fabric of your life this year. It could have been the offer of a meal, kind words, or even a heart emoji in an email or text. During the last few days of this year, look for ways to express love. Notice how you feel. Know that divine love is radiating from you to others, and it feels good. From 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. This was written by Reverend Edith Washington Woods, and the affirmation, I am grateful to be the demonstration of love in the world.
Thank you, Dan. And Reverend Linda will be reading The Power of Power.
The power of power, the color is purple. Do you ever feel powerless or at the mercy of circumstances that seem beyond your control? Of course, we can all get caught up in the activities of the world around us and forget our true nature. In reality, we have all the power we need whenever we need it, and it lives within us. In his book, Discover the Power Within You, Unity Minister Eric Butterworth reminds us, we are human in expression, but divine in creation and limitless in potentiality. As powerful spiritual beings, we can choose to focus on situations and events that are only temporary, or on the qualities of spirit that are boundless and everlasting. Today, give yourself a gift. Take a few moments to turn away from outer conditions and tune into the power within you. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather a spirit of power and of love and of self-discipline. Second readings of Timothy 1:7. written by Dale Worley. The affirmation, I tune into the power within me.
Thank you, Reverend Linda. And we now have Bobby reading The Power of Imagination.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be here today. Today I'll be reading The Power of Imagination. The color is light blue. Many people use their faculty of imagination without realizing the full extent of its power. We can bring into visibility any good we desire, any goal we have by imagining it and accepting the image as being real. There is no limit to the good we can manifest in our lives by creating a mental image of it. We can consciously manifest our good by repeatedly seeing it in our mind's eye in detail, as if it were actually in physical form. We not only want to visualize our good, but we want to feel the emotion of having it and doing it. In this new year, let us boldly develop a list of big dreams and goals we want to manifest. Let us confidently visualize them, affirm them, and believe Spirit wants us to experience them. Rise your eyes and look from the place where you are. For all the land that you see, I will give to you and to your offsprings forever. Genesis 13:14-15. Reverend Saba Magazi. The affirmation. I give thanks knowing that the good I imagine now manifests in my life, world, and affairs.
Thank you, Bobby. And now Lori will be reading The Power of Understanding.
Color was gold, but this is as close as I could get. Spirit moves through me now, illuminating my heart, my mind and heart, and setting all things concerning me in harmony. I am unmovable in knowing that God's desire for me is always good, no matter the appearances. The facts before me change daily, but God remains my unchangeable good. Right now, I choose to give up my worry and instead call forth harmony and joy. Higher understanding unlocks within me with clarity and ease. I lean into God as love, feeling the pull of divine order. All things are working for my highest good and for the highest good of all. People all around me are experiencing hopefulness, overcoming fear and uncertainty. Doubt has no place here. The spirit of calm rests upon us as we accept the perfect peace of God. The road ahead is clear, and the sweet armor of God cradles us. And the reading is from Isaiah 11:2. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest on him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding. And this was written by Shakira Taylor. The affirmation being, Spirit fills my heart, deepens my understanding, and extends to all people as eternal love.
Thank you, Lori. And now Melinda will be reading The Power of Will.
Good morning, everyone. Idealized visions of sweet memories of Christmases past may entice me to attempt a remake, creating through sheer force of will. But force is rarely sweet. In the season of miracles and magic, I can tap into my spiritual power of will to be used with love, hope, faith as a joy-filled action of co-creation with the divine. I pay attention to my words and imbue them with creative power. When I say I will, it can mean co-create with intention. I am willing becomes I am co-creating with spirit. I quietly whisper my intention for the good of others, envisioning us connected in a sparkling field of possibilities. I leave space for breath of divinity to infuse my intention with life and animate it Open to surprises of gleeful anticipation, I release my intention like a spinning top, whirling along paths I cannot see. For it is God who is at work in you, enabling you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. Philippians 2:13. Written by Milana Dawn. Affirmation. My will is my intention. I don't need to force it. I co-create with the divine and joyfully anticipate my good. Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. And Sue will be reading The Power of Order.
Power of order, color is olive green. With this new day, my world unfolds in perfect harmony. I know that this is fresh beginnings, brings me clear direction, balance, and peace. I listen for guidance and feel the pieces of my life fall into perfect alignment. The order of the universe leads me to the right people and situations that create a beautiful and fulfilling life experience for me. At each decision point, I am in the right place at the right time every time. As I set goals and priorities for another year, I lean into, there's like a little box there. I lean into the values I hold dear. I use them as a yardstick to measure what I value most. I turn within and spirit guides and beckons me down the right path. I feel confident and peaceful in the good choices I make. I give thanks that the order is established in my life now and always. All things should be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40, written by Robin Volker. Affirmation. Centered in God, I trust the activity of order in my life.
Thank you, Sue. And Patricia will be reading The Power of Zeal / Enthusiasm.
Thank you. Power of zeal, enthusiasm. The color is orange. The energy of creation emerges into this existence. New life springs forth from the source of all that is. This is joy and delight in experiencing life and in progressing and unfolding. New possibilities, ideas, solutions, and connections are revealed in the wonder of becoming. Zeal is evident as young ones learn to run, play, as wildflowers bloom each spring, as insight suddenly illuminates one's awareness. There is no end to the energy available in the space of being and becoming. I replenish myself by releasing heavy thoughts and feelings and by engaging in activities that bring awe, gratitude, humor, or creativity. Aligning with the one infinite eternal source, I allow the joy of experiencing and blossoming to emerge through me now. I celebrate the ongoing energy that invigorates all life and all existence. I cultivate the momentum of progression and say yes to the vitality of resources available to all. And this is from Romans 12:11. Do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit, serve the Lord. And the affirmation, this is written by Reverend Shirley Knight. And the affirmation, I am open to enthusiasm of being both human and divine. So it is.
Thank you, Patricia. And now we have Kathy for The Power of Release and Elimination.
Power of release elimination. The color is russet. In this moment, accept an invitation to quiet your mind. Become still, turn within, and listen to your heart. Ask yourself, what do I need to let go of that does not promote my highest good, greatest expression, and experience of God's abundance? Listen closely to what is revealed, and from this sacred space, take a panoramic view of your life to identify the thoughts, feelings, behaviors, memories, and people you are holding on to. It may be time to leave your comfort zone, cease the constant struggle, and claim your freedom and empowerment. This will clear your path and make room for an unlimited stream of well-being. May you feel secure as you fearlessly move ahead and tap into your power to co-create a life of greater ease and gentle flow. A time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Ecclesiastes 3:6, written by Walker Douglas, and the affirmation is, I let go and let God.
Thank you, Kathy. And now Karen will be reading The Power of Life.
The Power of Life, the color is red. It is written by Walker Douglas. In the most Latin American countries, Epiphany is known as the Three Kings Day. During this celebration, King's cake is served. The cake is the shape of a crown, alluding to the Magi, with one or more small dolls of baby Jesus hidden inside. The doll symbolizes hiding the infant Jesus from King Harold's troops. The deeper meaning allows us to ponder how our inner higher self is often hidden because of trauma, hurt, shame, or pain, but can always be rediscovered. We have moved out of the Christmas season. It is time to reflect how we are born again into new energy and possibilities. How might we stay in the holiday excitement and joy in the new year? How might we create our own rituals to affirm our hidden power, honor, and glory? And are you ready to claim your crown and delight in your treasures? On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid homage to him. Matthew 2:11, written by Reverend Christine Garza. The affirmation is, I seek my hidden power, knowing I will find my truth.
Thank you, everyone, for those beautiful readings. And we have our 12 powers lit up behind me. And we can just focus on that as we move into meditation this morning. I just invite everybody to get comfortable. And as we just sit for a moment in the sacredness of the ceremony, the activation of these powers that are inside of us, part of our innate, our natural part of that divinity that lives within us. And I just invite you to take a nice deep breath in, all the way down, and release. As we take another deep breath in, and as we release it, we release any doubt, anything that is limiting us on this journey into this new year. This activation with each of these powers within our bodies, in every part of us, every layer of us. We feel that these capacities are expanding, igniting, and they may not look the same for everybody because each person has a different journey. But in this, we feel and know that the activations have occurred for exactly what we need. And that these 12 powers are a system for us to grow and expand, to transform our lives. We know that they are unlimited power. So as we feel this morning, the activation of faith, it's in the crown of our head, as we feel our energy there. The Christ within me now activates faith. I trust God, knowing God's will is for my highest good. I give thanks for the gift of faith. And the power of strength, we know, we feel it, it's in our lower back. The Christ in me now activates strength. I am strong and unafraid. Strength surges through me giving me energy, endurance, and vigor. I give thanks for the faculty of strength. Now, as we go to the pit of our stomach for the power of wisdom and also judgment, the Christ in me now activates wisdom and judgment. I perceive beyond appearances and am guided by the divine intuition into wise and perfect ways. I give thanks for the faculty of wisdom. We know the power of love, of course, is in the back of our heart. Christ in me now activates love. I am a radiating center of divine love, loved and loving to everyone, including myself. I give thanks for the faculty of love. The power of power. We feel it in our throat, that chakra there. The Christ in me now activates power. My thoughts and words vibrate with spiritual power. I give thanks for the faculty of power. Power of imagination in our foreheads. The Christ in me now activates imagination. I see creative new ways to do what is mine to do. New opportunities to experience God's good coming into my life. I give thanks for the gift of imagination. The power of understanding is in the front of the head. Christ in me now activates understanding. God is present in all situations and in every relationship. Perfect outworking of every situation is being revealed to me now. I give thanks for the faculty of understanding. Power of will is in the center of our head. The Christ in me now activates will. It's not my will, but God's will be done in my life. God molds me and uses me as God's wills. I give thanks for the faculty of will. The power of order is in our belly button. The Christ in me now activates perfect order. My spiritual path unfolds in its proper sequence. Divine timing and order are now established in my life. I give thanks for the faculty of order. The power of zeal, enthusiasm, which is in the back of our head. The Christ in me now activates zeal. I am enthusiastic and excited about life. I feel good pouring through me, and I experience miracles in my life. I give thanks for the faculty of enthusiasm. Power of elimination. It's in our lower abdomen. The Christ in me now activates elimination, renunciation. I am free of the past and release all false and useless attitudes, emotions, and reactions. I am one with God and with life. I give thanks for the faculty of elimination. And the power of life is in our reproductive organs. The Christ in me now activates life. Every cell in my being is charged with the pure, restorative life of God. I give thanks for the faculty of life. I just invite you now just to feel these powers. You might feel a tingling in the areas. It might be in all 12 areas. It might be in one area that you may be focusing on. But as we go into the silence, just allow that energy. Acknowledge it and feel it running through your veins in the silence. And as we return from the silence, we can go here at any time. Know that the powers, the 12 powers, are active. Acknowledge them, celebrate. Let them unfold naturally in your lives. As we look at each one of these flames, we see the power that is burning within each one of us. And as we take our energy, we send it out to the world, to the earth, to all the places that most need this. We know that the love and the wisdom, and we have faith that it is reaching every area of the earth. And for whatever may have come up as you come out of this ceremony, this realization, just sit with it, allow it to percolate, to unfold in your life. Because we know behind this, there is only one presence and one power, God, the good, omnipotent. His Father, Mother, God, creative source, whatever term you use, and I are one. And this is true for every being on the planet. And with this, we are so grateful for what the Fillmores gave to us with this knowledge. But Jesus the Christ came here to share, and all the other guides and masters have been teaching since time began, recorded time began. We see it in lessons. We see it in every faith system. We acknowledge it. We embrace it. And we're here right now to say yes. Activate these powers in my life. Let my life unfold in a way where I'm shining that light from within me and my service to the world, sharing it, rejoicing in it, knowing that that time is here for us to stand tall and share our gifts as it was meant to be. As we say thank you, and so it is. Candida will be blessing us with music. It's a chant, so just feel free to sing along. If you are, make sure your mic is muted.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. For all that I have, I am I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Candida. That was a beautiful end to our 12 power ceremony. We have now concluded our holiday season 23-24.